In Assembly Planner, user roles allow administrators to control which users have access to which functions and access to edit which entities like routings, operations, and activities. Process ownership now takes it to another level so that you can control which routings, which operations, and which activities each user can edit. To do this, if you have the routing open, you can click on the Ownership tab. And note that if you don't have anything mapped to the Ownership tab, it means that this routing is open for editing. Any user that has permission to edit routings can edit this routing. As soon as you map something to it, it starts to restrict who can edit. And I can do this by adding users, roles, or processes to this ownership mapping. So if I add users, I can select certain users and they would have permission to edit this routing. If I click the Apply to Child Processes box, then this means these users would also be able to edit the operations and activities inside of this routing. I can also add roles, and what this does is you can select a role, and any users mapped to that role inherit the permission to edit this routing, and in this case, all the operations and activities underneath it. You can also add from process, and this allows you to choose a routing and operation activity that may already have ownership mapped. And so this routing would inherit any ownership mapping that has been done on the process that you select here. You can also do this ownership mapping at the operation or the activity levels just by opening each of those and going to the ownership tab. So you see here that this operation, because I had the child processes inherit that ownership from the routing, we already have this mapped. If I wanted to edit this further, I could do this by checking out the operation and editing that ownership.